Have you been trying to use every single anti-frizz hair product possible and still your hair is frizzy and you don't know what to do? Okay, well, stay tuned because we're going to talk about why your hair is frizzy and how you can finally stop the frizz. But before we do that, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Tiffani Nelson, and I am a licensed salon professional. Over these past years, I have worked with hundreds of women like yourself, women who are working women, women who are busy, have busy lives, and everybody wants the same thing. They all want to find the best quality services in their area for hair, skin, and nails, but they also want to protect their beauty investment by using the best quality ingredients in their beauty products at home. So that's why I'm here for you, to help you do the same. So hopefully with the knowledge that I have and the education that I've received from these beauty product brands over the years, I can help you make the best decision possible on what you can use at home to help your beauty care routine and look and feel your best every single day. So thank you for watching this video. If you're new here, thank you so much again. Please, if you're watching this video and you're liking what you're listening to and you're liking what you're hearing, please hit the like button and subscribe button, because that's just going to help this little baby channel grow. And if you're not new here and you've watched my videos before, I appreciate you coming back. So again, we're going to talk about why your hair is frizzy and what you can do to stop it. And I got some notes right here, so I'm just gonna kind of just look at my notes a little bit. The number one thing we have to think about with frizz is we have to understand that frizz is a moisture problem. So if you don't have enough moisture in your hair, it's going to become dry, the cuticles are going to fray, and they're going to start rubbing against each other and causing frizz to frail up. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, that's why I buy anti-frizz products to help moisturize my hair. Okay, that's great, but there could be other things that you're doing that are like counteracting the products that you have, and that's why a lot of times you don't see good results with the products, because there's other things that are counteracting the product's effect on your hair. So we're going to talk about 4 different things that are going to help you have less frizz and help whatever products you're using to work better on your hair, so you don't have to have this constant frizz battle that you're always working with. So the first thing I'm going to say is we're going to say no to silicones. And if you're a curly haired gal, you might have heard some talk about no silicones in your products. And if you're not, no worries. And if you are curly haired and you haven't heard about no silicones, no worries either. We'll talk about it right now. So I always try to look for products that do not have silicones in them. And the reason why is silicones are put into hair care products. They're a lot of times put into shampoo and conditioners, which is a huge no-no. But then they're also put into anti-frizz styling products, which can sometimes be okay. But if you're dealing with frizz, I'm going to just say steer clear of it altogether. Now, silicones give your hair a nice slippery feel. Sometimes we call it slip. That means your hands can glide through your hair really well, and you don't get tangles, and you can just like feel like this kind of slip through your fingers with your hair. So we as consumers, you know, as people styling our hair, we love that feeling, like, you know, just kind of gliding your hands through your hair, and it feels really good. The problem with silicones is, even though it feels good, what it's doing is putting a coating on the outside of your hair, of each little hair shaft. So the problem with that is, if your hair is already dry, it's kind of like putting a band-aid on the problem and not really fixing the problem. So if your hair is already dry and lacking moisture, that silicone is going to put a coating on the outside. It's going to feel real good, but as the day wears on, as the days go by, your hair is not going to be able to receive the moisture it needs, because now it's trapped. The silicone does provide slip, but it also prevents moisture from getting in. So if your hair is already dry to begin with, now it has silicone on it, and now you can't get the actual moisture in it that it needs. So it'll feel good when you first start styling it, but then it'll start feeling frizzy all over again, because the real problem is the moisture. The second problem with silicones is they can be heavy. And so the slip might feel good at first, but they're sometimes very hard to wash out, and especially if you're using a lot of it. So if you feel like you're getting frizz and use this product with silicone and it feels good, but then it's frizzy again, and so you use more and you use more and you use more, and you keep on going, it starts to build and build and build. And so the inside of your hair is desperate for moisture. The outside has all the silicone on it, and now you have extra layers of silicone, and it can be hard to wash off. So then the next time you shampoo, you don't fully get it off, and then you keep adding more, and it builds a layer, and then the inside of your hair is just starving for moisture, and it's still dry, and it's still frizzy, and it's just this one big cycle. So I definitely say no to silicones. Just look at the ingredient list. If it ends with the word cone, dimethicone, silicone, a bunch of other stuff, if it ends with the word cone, just skip it, okay? So that's my number one tip. Moving along. Oil. So you might think, okay, I'll do something natural. I have products with oil in them. You also have to be very careful with oil. Oil is not moisture. Moisture is actually water. Oil is not moisture. Oil helps keep the moisture in. What oil does is, after your hair has been moisturized, after you use a moisturizing product or a moisturizing shampoo, the oil helps keep the moisture in so it doesn't evaporate real quickly and leave your hair dry on the inside. So it's like a nice coating. Now, just like silicones, if you use a food grade oil, if you just pull out your tub of coconut oil, those are too heavy for your hair. So they will start to cause a buildup, and you will have the exact same problem as with the silicones. If you're going to use an oil, and I use oils definitely because you want something to keep the moisture in, you want to make sure to use a high quality hair grade oil, one that's made for your hair. These oils have been refined so the molecules are smaller, so when they sit on your hair, they don't coat it, and they're much easier to wash off. So that way you can get the moisture in that you need before you apply the oil again to seal the moisture in. So just remember, oils are good. They're not the moisture, so you still need to solve the moisture problem. Moisturizing shampoo and conditioner, moisturizing leave-in conditioner. The oil is like that finishing touch, that final product that you put on. It needs to be a professional hair quality, hair grade quality oil, so just seal that moisture in and keep it in. So that is trick number 2. If you're using hair oils, or if you're just using a food grade oil and it's not working and your hair is still frizzy, that's tip number 2, is to know the difference between what the oil's for and what type of oil you're using. All right, tip number 3, use silk or satin at night. So a lot of people have cotton sheets, cotton pillowcases, and here's the thing with cotton. We all know cotton is very absorbent, right? But when we're sleeping, if we're laying on a cotton pillowcase, that cotton pulls the moisture out of your skin, and it pulls the moisture out of your hair. So it's great for other things because, you know, it's super absorbent, but we don't want it pulling moisture out of our hair and our skin. Right now we're talking about hair, but it's definitely recommended for skin too. So invest in a satin or silk pillowcase, or a sleep scarf, or a bonnet or a cap or anything like that. I actually have some satin pillowcases that I got off Amazon. They come in all kinds of colors, and they're nice, they're comfortable, and they're quality, and they help your moisture issues so my hair doesn't get frizzy. So I like these ones. I have a link on for the Amazon. It's just on Amazon. They're not expensive, under 10 bucks I think, and that can really help the moisture issue, because remember, we're talking about moisture so your hair isn't frizzy. Also, cotton, the fibers will rub against the cuticle of your hair, so if you don't put your hair up and then you sleep on a cotton pillowcase, it will rub and again cause that frizz when you wake up in the morning. So use a satin or a silk pillowcase, or if you don't want to like change your pillowcase because you like, you know, your bed sheets to match your pillowcases and the whole thing, then switch, like put your hair up and switch to a satin or silk scarf, satin or silk scrunchie if you're going to put your hair up in a high ponytail or anything like that. But that's going to help keep your cuticle flat, not rough it up, and then also it won't pull the moisture out, so you can preserve the moisture in your hair. So that's tip number 3. All right, and my last tip to get rid of your frizz, you might not want to hear it, but is you just have to give it some time. Sometimes with beauty, you have to just give it some time. So how much time depends on where you're starting from. Have you been using a lot of products with silicones? Have you been using a lot of food grade heavy oils? How dry is your hair? How frizzy is your hair? Does it need a haircut? Sometimes you just need to get a haircut to get some healthier ends going. Do you need a treatment? If your hair's been very dry, maybe, like I said, you got to put that moisture back in. So maybe just a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner and a leave-in conditioner is not enough. Maybe you have to do a good deep moisturizing treatment. Could be at home, or maybe at the salon when you see your stylist ask for a moisturizing treatment. Then when you go back home, you can start your routine of quality products and help the moisture to stay in your hair, and to help your journey with frizz. So it doesn't have to take forever, but it just depends on where you're starting from. If you have a lot of buildup on your hair, you might have to do a deep cleansing treatment first, then a moisture treatment. If you are just having a little bit of frizz, or you weren't using silicones and you weren't using food grade hair oils, maybe just a simple cleanse and one conditioning treatment, and then start following the other tips. It just depends. But give your hair some time and give it some love. Okay? Don't hate on your hair. It's been trying for you. We've been doing a lot of stuff to it. Give it some positive vibes. Love on it. Don't pull on it. Don't tug on it. Be gentle with it. Be caring to it, and it will treat you right. So those are my top 4 tips for why your hair is frizzy, and also for how to get rid of frizz. So we talked about the silicones, just say no. We talked about the hair oils. They're not moisture. They're meant to seal in the moisture and to stick with hair quality oils. We talked about preserving the moisture now that it's in there, so avoid cotton pillowcases, stick with silk or satin. And then we also talked about just give your hair some love, give it some time. So those are my 4 tips on why your hair is frizzy and how you can stop it. I hope that really gave you some insight. I hope it helped you. I do have a couple of products that I use on my hair that I really love. One is a moisturizing leave-in conditioner that's also a styling product, so it's like a 2-in-1 that I love. And also I'll put in a link for the pillowcases too in the comments section. So again, if you liked this video, please help my little YouTube channel to grow. Please hit the like button, and please subscribe. And then also, if you want to learn any more about tips and tricks for your hair, different quality products that you can use to help your at-home maintenance, please head over to my blog. So I'm a blogger as well, and I blog on different topics just like this one, and actually I have a blog on this specific topic that we just talked about. So I'll put a link to that. You can head over to the blog if you want to read everything that I said, or if you just need it like written down so you don't have to come back to the video. You can do that as well, and then you can check out my other blog topics. So those are my 2 things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you ladies next time.